day, dear students. I am Mrs. Elaine Ruth A. Olaraza of Libertad National High School. In today's video lesson, we will learn about the concept of Charles' law under the competency investigate the relationship between A. Volume and pressure at constant temperature of a gas, B. Volume and temperature at constant pressure of a gas, and C. Explains these relationships using kinetic molecular theory. At the end of this video lesson, you should be able to A. State Charles' law, B. Relate volume and temperature at constant pressure of gas, and C. Apply the concept of Charles' law to daily life. In the previous video lesson, we had learned about the concept of Boyle's law. Answer the following questions and let us check again your understanding about this law. Choose the letter of the correct answer. For the first question, Robert Boyle proposed the A. Direct relationship of volume and pressure of gases, B. Inverse relationship of volume and pressure of gases, C. Direct relationship of volume and temperature of gases, and D. Inverse relationship of volume and temperature of gases. If your answer is B, the inverse relationship of volume and pressure of gases, then you are correct. Second question, for a given temperature, if the pressure decreases, the volume A. increases, B. decreases, C. stays the same, D. is not affected. Letter A. increases. You're right. Third question, which of the following represents the mathematical expression for Boyle's law? A. P1 over V1 equals P2 over V2, B. V1 over T1 is equal to V2 over T2, C. V1 times T1 is equal to V2 times T2, D. V1 times P1 is equal to V2 times P2. Letter D. Excellent answer. Fourth question, according to Boyle's law, what quantity needs to be constant? A. Pressure, B. Volume, C. Temperature, D. All of this. Letter C. Temperature. That's the correct answer. Fifth and last question. Which of the following graphs represents Boyle's law? Letter B. The graph which is downward. Great! You now mastered the concept of Boyle's law. This time, we will learn about Charles' law, which was formulated by French physicist Jacques Charles in 1787. Charles' law describes the relationship between volume and temperature of gases at constant pressure. Let us perform the activity called the triplet balloons to understand the concept of Charles' law. The objective of the activity is to investigate the relationship between volume and temperature at constant pressure of a gas. These are the materials. In this activity, we will have three setups. First, warm water. Second, hot water. And third is the iced water. For these setups, we make sure that we have the same circumference of the three balloons. Before we perform the activity, get a paper and ball pen and try to predict the results of the following. Number 1. Will there be a change in the size of the balloon when the temperature changes? Number 2. What happens to the size of the balloon when submerged in A. Warm water, B. Tap water, and C. Ice water? We will fill out the table to study the results of the activity later. Now you check if your predictions were correct. Question number 1. Is there a change in the size of the balloon when the temperature changes? The answer is yes. Question number 2. What happens to the size of the balloon when submerged in hot water and why? The balloon becomes bigger because of higher temperature. Letter B. What happens to the size of the balloon when submerged in tap water? The balloon did not change in size because there is no change in temperature. Letter C. What happens to the size of the balloon when submerged in ice water? The balloon became smaller because of lower temperature. Third question. How is the temperature of the gas related to its volume? As the temperature increases, the volume of the gas also increases. Or, as the temperature decreases, the volume of the gas also decreases. Thus, the temperature of the gas is directly proportional to its volume. What explains this relationship of volume and temperature of the gas? It's Charles' law. So, state this law. Charles' law states that the volume of the gas is directly proportional to its temperature at constant pressure. The learning experience we had from this activity, the triplet balloon, focuses on the volume-temperature relationship. Can you give familiar events you observe which are related to the volume-temperature relationship of the gas? Yes, we have. The sky lanterns we use in celebrating New Year, Christmas, weddings, and other important occasions operates on the concept of volume-temperature relationship of the gas. Have you tried releasing a sky lantern? Come on and let's try. I hope your answer is a big yes. Let us check your understanding on the concept of Charles' Law by answering the following questions. For your assignment, 1. Write the equation for Charles' Law. 2. Derive the equations for Charles' Law. And 3. Solve problems involving Charles' Law equations. Once again, this is Teacher Elaine. See you in the next video lesson episode.